Okay.
Ready, set, go. Hello. Welcome to the Knit Night podcast. Grab your crafting, grab your beverage, sit down, relax. Just spend some time with us. My name's Jo Bob, and I'm coming to you from central New South Wales in Australia, and I'm here with my beautiful girlfriends. Please introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hi, I'm Liz. I live in Las Vegas, and we are actually not hot today, which is actually a surprise. So I'm glad to be here and not melting. And there's my buddy Therese.
Hi, I'm Therese. I live on the thumb coast of Michigan. It is, we don't like the M word, so we'll call it damp here. Not raining, just damp and hot. But it's summer, so that's what happens.
Is it though? Is it still summer?
Yes. It's
Yes,
summer
until
September 21st, my friend.
that's right.
Wow.
Yeah. I know the world's
Who are
different from
you?
you.
Who are you there? Oh, you introduced yourself, Jo, already. We have guests.
We have guests.
Who's this lady next
We
to
have
me?
friends.
Well, hello. My name is Morgan, and I live in Wisconsin. I have a podcast called Handmade by Me, and yeah, it's super hot today. I wish it were fall. However, I don't wish it were winter. So if we could just, the sweet spot, nice and cool would be lovely. So, yeah.
And look, there's a space between me and the most beautiful woman in the world. Hello, Liz.
Yay, Liz is here.
Yes, I'm Liz. I am the permanently hiatus dyer of You and Dye Yarns. I don't have a channel, and I'm here just purely out of love for these ladies.
Yay.
So glad
So happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I've
Welcome
also
to the
been very
chaos.
sick. I've been very sick, so I sound very sultry. So we'll just go with that.
Well,
Oh
when
my goodness.
Therese was avoiding saying the M word, it made me think of somebody's handle on the X that I miss
Handle on
seeing.
the... Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's spring here. I don't care what you all say over there. It's spring here. The sun is out. Millie has some tulips in a pot that are blooming.
Wow.
It's
Oh, nice.
amazing.
What
Very
is this
nice.
spring?
Very nice.
What is this spring you people speak of?
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Look, I had to put a Band-Aid on, and I felt like it's not flesh tone appropriate, and I feel oppressed. But I'm really looking forward to getting a suntan, getting some sun on my freckles, let them all join up together, make me look the opposite of Anne Pinkover, and get some colour happening. Oh, she's translucent. We all know that. Look, she's not here today, so we can talk about her. That's the rule, right? That's what girlfriends do. You're not in
That's
the
what somebody
room.
told Amy. So,
Oh, wow. Well, a little bit tired today because I don't know about you. Well, I do know Therese was there. I saw her in the chat. I stayed up till midnight to check in with our lovely Kerry Smith of Deprogrammed podcast. And she's in Europe at the moment. So it was really, really lovely to see her and chat with her live at midnight my time.
we
That
need
was
to see
fun.
if Carrie will join us one night.
That would
Come
be fun.
on knit night with us. Her and
Yeah, if she
Tiger.
can find her knitting. She can find her knitting. It's probably stashed away somewhere.
Probably.
But I know she is knitting, so that's lovely. Oh,
And
gosh, look at
we don't require anybody to take any knitting tests here. So
Oh, no, did you see they tried to sucker me in on that politically incorrect knitters podcast? I'm not down for that. But I have been knitting. Look, I've been knitting.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ooh, pretty.
I'm knitting on
Your colors are so pretty.
my exploration station. Thanks, Tabitha. Look at that. She's getting there. I'm up to the brioche, or however you want to pronounce that silly word. To me, it's just
Nice.
something you get from the bakery, brioche buns. But I'm up to the brioche. There you go.
Wow.
There
Pretty.
it is in all its glory. I wasn't going to do it if you listen to any of our earlier podcasts, and I don't know why you would, because we just ramble on a lot. But I said I would just go plain garter because I was trying to give Amy somebody to knit with on her same level, and she didn't want to do the brioche. And now that woman has steamed so far ahead, I thought, bugger it, you left me behind, you left me for dead. I'm going to do the brioche and see how I go.
Well, mine is on hiatus now because I do want to do the brioche, but I really don't have time to learn how right now. So
Mhm.
I put it aside for a few weeks until I get a chance to sit down and learn it.
Ditto.
So,
A few weeks.
well, because I have other commitments I have to get done.
Mhm.
I have a pattern that has to get
Mhm.
done soon, so I
Plus,
have to put
Tabitha's
the-
going
Oh,
to
is
drag
what
us
you-
into another mystery along.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you do know this is her favorite holiday, so
Oh, congratulations, Therese. Congratulations. I
That's
believe
right.
you won the murder of
Oh,
the
Summer of
the
Murder.
murder of
I know.
sorry, summer of murder. I've got my words around the wrong way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Very exciting.
And she did have more than one entry, so let's just put that
I
out
did.
there.
Yeah.
I did.
It's
Yeah,
not like
she's
last
broken
year.
the trend.
Yeah, that's great. So what are you working on,
That
Liz?
is
Have you been knitting at all?
Yes, this is my second Diggory tea, and then right as I came on here, I dropped a bunch of stitches. So I'm trying to fix them, but I have finally made it to splitting the sleeves and getting the back going, and I may be about 2 weeks late, but it'll get done.
Yay.
But the first one I knit was a very lightweight cotton wool blend. It was some Holsgarn. And I think that would have been a better yarn for this t-shirt. But then the second time I thought, well, I want to knit with some wool. And so I pulled some of mine out, and this is going to be heavy. So it'll probably be worn more like a vest with, a shirt, collared shirt or something underneath, because this is so heavy. This is so much heavier than the other one. But it's very nice.
Very cool.
But this is the first time that I've knit a top that was fingering weight. And the body of this thing, I swear and I thought I was monogamously knitting and really focused on this thing. And I want to say the body of it still seemed like it took me 2 weeks to knit. I don't know how people do all these fingering weight sweaters and stuff. It's like, wow, it's a lot. I'm very slow. If you've seen my number on Politically Incorrect Knitters, I'm below average on my speed. So
Mm-hmm.
But fingering weight is tedious. I don't
Yeah.
know how people do it. I have a hard enough
Working-
time with sport or DK.
yeah,
It still seems like a slog.
I'm
I
thinking
knit a lot of fingering because of the heat,
Right.
yes.
but I don't do them that. Sport or DK I can, but
hmm And it's sad because I love so many of the fingering weight sweaters, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I need to get faster. That's all there is to it. I've got to get faster. Whew, I'm sweating.
Joe Bob, what are you working on besides your
Oh, I got the
Station
kid to try. I got the kid to try on her jumper for the Espace Tricot Classic, and I decided she needs more length on the sleeves. So I took out the rib that I did last week, which I was fine with. I only did like an inch of ribbing of the twisted rib. So I'm going to work on that as well today and finish that tonight. And that's all I'm working on at the moment. I found, hang on, let me just take these 3 stitches off so I brioche, I need to know what I'm up to. I found the Aragorumi. I found that Amigurumi books. I need to see it to read it. I'm hopeless to pronounce it. So for some reason, this is the one I found at the airport, Kyutu Japanese Crafts. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh, that's
cute.
cute.
It's just got, yeah, I found that one in the US at the airport. So it's produced in the US, San Francisco, Chronicle Books. What year was that? 2006 by Tomoko Takamori. Okay, so what kind of animals are in here? Yeah, little animals. So sheep, lions, pussycats, puppy dogs, butterflies, more puppies,
Cute.
jackrabbits, teddy bears, striped teddy bears, little teddy bears. So there's a seal. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's cute. So
Aw.
I bought this book years ago at an airport. There's a boy and a girl. Oh, there's some donkeys. Actually, they look like alpacas. Some donkeys. And I don't know how to crochet, but I just bought the book because I thought, oh, one day I'm going to master that. Oh, little elephants. There's all sorts of lovely, oh, little duckling. Here, Amy should do this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
very cute. Very, very cute. So here's this book that I've never read, and here I am looking through it for the first time ever because I left it in the brown paper bag and put it in my bookcase. And then I think I found this one also on a trip. Oh, it's got all different breeds of puppy dogs in it. So this
Aw.
one, dogs
Aw.
number 2,
That's so
Ami
cute.
Ami dogs. So it's a Ami Ami dogs with all the little miniature breeds of dogs by Mitsuki Hoshi. And but this one has charts in it. Does the other one got charts? That one's really scary because that one. No, this one has row by row instructions with symbols, but it has row by row instructions and lots of diagrams about how to attach everything. This one's really scary to me because it has charts that look like doilies with all the symbols. So this one is all charts, and yeah, this one's all charts. So I will never be using this one, I'm guessing.
I don't like
It does not
charts.
have row by
Okay.
row instructions. Oh my gosh, I wish I could show you, but I guess that would be copyright infringement. Oh, bugger. Okay, I have this one that I'll never use, but it's cute.
Aw.
I shouldn't say never. Say never. Oh, and I was watching Chicken Lady Fibre Arts. I was watching Lynn's podcast this week, and it's very interesting how similar she and I are in some respects, because I too buy all my clothes from the thrift shop when I can, probably 98% of my clothing. And she had a Nirvana t-shirt on that I actually passed up on in the thrift shop, but I got a Guns N' Roses one. So I wore that today. And I brought this hoping that I would see Neil James today, because this is one of my new project bags thanks to the thrift shop.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
I love it because it's got little sparklies on her tiara and her earrings on this side. Can you see those? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And this side is just plain. And, you know, brand new bag. Somebody's bought it. And brand new bag with tags in the wrapper. So I really love my thrift shop little finds. I think that is so cute. Hey, Diana, look at her. So that's my new project bag that I found. And that's, what else have I been doing? Just watching podcasts, really. Working, watching. Oh, my girls turn 18 in 1 week.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's amazing. Like, for those of you who don't know me, I started late and had my first baby at 38 and then my second and third baby at 39. I did it all in a hurry right at the very end. And so now I'm an old lady and I'm going to have 3 adult children by next Monday night.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've been, the girls have been very proactive in writing out their wish lists and ordering their own gifts, which is fine by me. So I'm the bank, and I've just paid for their gifts. Now, today, before they went to school, they're organising their dinner party lists. And they're both going to 2 different venues with 2 different groups of friends. I don't even know if it's on the same day or not. I don't know what's happening, but I'm sure I'm paying for it. That's how life is
Mom
here.
of teenagers.
Right. So no, it's a big month for me. September, gosh, the twins' birthdays, car registration, my Royal Agricultural renewal for my subscriptions. I'm going to be broke this month. Really broke this month. But I've got plenty of wool, so I've still got things to do.
That's what Stash is for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Stash is for. What have you girls been doing this week? I've missed you guys.
Well, I finished my cardigan, except for blocking it and putting the buttons on.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with it. The size is good. It's a good pattern. I mean, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knit it again, I'm sure. I'm already planning another one at some point. So, my sock arm. The yarn is by Yarn Cafe Creations, is the purple, and then the stripes are Mustache yarn in the Mordor Fun Run colorway.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I really
It's
like
really
the sock arm.
pretty.
It's a great way to use up those self-striping skeins.
So,
So.
hang on a minute. You've done 2. You've done 2.
One was for Riley. Yeah.
And we haven't even started yet.
I know, because I was doing 2, so I knit the first one, and I was going to knit
No
the second one in September, but since I have to do that other thing in September, I went ahead and knit it. And because we don't follow rules, Joe.
I know there's no rules, but I'm kind of a bit miffed at you because a knit along is kind of like we knit along together.
I'm going to knit another one, so I'll knit another one with you. I'm going to knit another one. I'm going to knit another one when Morgan does the knit along if she does it. So
She doesn't sleep,
Oh.
Joe. She doesn't sleep.
Oh, what?
and in the meantime, I started another ranunculus in this neon green gray yarn for my son's girlfriend.
I have ranunculus 1. I haven't even.
And that's 2 strands of fingering held together. So
What weight
that'll
is
go
a
quick.
sock arm sweater? Is it fingering?
It's sport,
Okay.
but you could do fingering. It's 24 stitch gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever
or
you
even
want.
a light decay. Or you could just do fingering sock sleeves.
As soon as I finish the Stiggery tea, I'm going to be wide open with all these projects, I guess, because I've got a queue. I'm going to be catching up for the year. I have some socks I want to knit for my husband too in the middle of all that, and I don't know how I'm going to make that happen.
You can do it in any weight of yarn. That's the amazing thing about that pattern.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to knit another one during the knit along, but it's going to be the sweater because my daughter wants the sweater. So I have yarn put aside for her for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So speaking of the knit along,
Yeah.
Funny thing about that.
It's
Uh-oh.
cancelled? Is it cancelled?
No.
Tell me it's
I'm
cancelled.
just-
Go on.
No. I'm saying that I am unvoluntelling myself to do it.
I would laugh if you
Um,
canned it and Liz was already knit too. That would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
I know.
That's okay. I was
Um,
planning to knit the sweater anyway. I already had the yarn for it.
But
Yeah.
Amy's trying to get her yarn together too. Just wait till Amy
Yeah.
casts on and then can it.
oh, that would just be cruel. No, I
Yeah.
won't do that to her. I'll just volunteer somebody else to,
Or just do it
take
later in the
over
year.
for me.
You could do it later in the
that
year.
too. I mean, and like the thing is, like, I don't necessarily want to, stop. Because, like, I mean, again, I know, like, people have, like, their yarn ready for it, or, or maybe some people have cast on already. I don't know. So I don't want to, like, say, oh, never mind, just kidding, haha, and then say, okay, we'll do it later when I don't know when later necessarily would be. So, I'm either gonna volunteer somebody else to take it over, or I'm just gonna be unfortunately a bit more absent than I'd like to be with it. But life. I mean, those in the Telegram chat know all about it. But
You've got a life?
well, I mean, at least one that's kind of like changing dramatically. But
That's okay. We can always do it next year
So-
with the Penguano.
next year at the Penguano. Oh Lord! But I could use something like that though. Penguano. So I'd be game to do it.
Oh,
Hi,
Clearly,
Amy's,
Amy. Yeah,
Amy's
clearly
here.
Amy didn't hear that other comment. So,
Shh. Hi, Amy.
but yeah, I mean, but you see our knit alongs. We don't spend a lot of time on, like we're not
No.
organized. We're not like Anne. We don't have a, strict 1 week. We're very
We
laid
don't
back about
finish
it.
the
So.
things we
Right.
start.
That too.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
Some of
we
them.
frog shit.
Yeah.
It's okay. Morgan,
Well-
did you see Amy's podcast? Let's change the subject. Did you see Amy's podcast?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight
Oh.
though.
I watched it.
Oh, you
I watched it.
I watched it
Yeah,
I watched
all
it.
Denise's beautiful socks that she's made. And that
know.
scrappy crochet blanket that Amy made for me for my birthday. Oh my goodness, it is stunning. Stunning.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
It
Thank
is.
you, Amy. It's
Can't wait to
beautiful.
see.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I
it's
don't remember her
amazing.
mentioning that it was for your birthday, but I'm sure you would know better. So
I did
Oh, I
kind
know,
of get
it's
that.
a surprise. I don't want
thought
to ruin the
that it was for Joe's
surprise.
birthday. I totally agree. I think she did it for Joe's birthday. I got that vibe.
Me too, Liz.
Well, there you
Thank
go.
you, Liz.
there you go.
It is incredible. Every row is a different colour. Every row on that granny square is a different colour. It's incredible. Wow.
really
And she
is,
wove in all the ends. She didn't do that crochet cult cheat where you just crochet over the top. She tied all the ends and wove them all in for me. She's amazing. Amazing. Oh, I love their podcast with the music. I told you before, it's so fancy now. They've got it. They've even got a ring light to bring out the beauty of
Yes.
the two hostesses. A ring light, a microphone. They've got intro music. They've got an
sponsor.
executive producer. They have a really fancy podcast now.
They do.
It's amazing. Next thing, they'll have show notes.
What?
Yeah, they're just doing all the things. They don't just hang out like we do. No. They are organised. They are professionals. Professionals.
Yeah,
We
when that
clearly
ring
are
light,
not.
when that ring light came on, like mid-episode, I heard angels. It was like,
Oh, it was beautiful. And they were saying it's getting dark outside. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. Look at you girls, bright as ever, blowing out your yarn for me that I can't see anymore. It was great. And then Amy has the hide to forget about me. And she's flashing things at the camera like this. You ready? Boop. 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 Look at that, Joe. Yeah, boop. Yep. No, she can't enable me if I can't see what she's bought. But that's, oh, I did see what she bought. She bought Chicken Lady Fiber yarn. She bought that stuff. That girl, like, I'm sure Lynn only just like made it the half a day before. It probably wasn't even dry, and Amy snapped it up. She's
Lynn
always
is prolific. She is a prolific dyer.
She is ashamed. Ashamed. She's lovely, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious when her daughter offered her a piece of cake topped with cocaine. That was a classic, and I laughed my ass off. I thought, don't work with your children. That's what happens. They embarrass you. So yeah, Lynn's into cocaine cake now.
Whatever works.
I've
Yep.
been trying to find a Joffle maker since you talked about it last time. I was intrigued,
Oh,
but apparently
A
here
Joffle
it's
maker.
just called like a sandwich press. It
It's
was
a
something
sandwich
boring.
maker. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Yo-Yo solved it for me. She sent me a photograph and says, is it like this? And it was. She called it a sandwich press. But to me, a sandwich press is just a flat piece of metal that just flattens your bread, like to make grilled toasted sandwiches.
Oh, that's
But
a panini.
Jaffle maker.
Yeah.
Jaffle seals it in and
Mhm.
slices the bread for you. So, yeah, Yo-Yo got it. She understands me.
Yeah,
She
I'm gonna
worked
get
it
one. I want one. And I
Yeah,
need to
they're
order.
great. I went and I lied
That's the stump.
because I'm
Sorry.
such a big fibber. I found out that I lied about the baked bean ones. They're not more expensive. I went and checked the menu board, and I told the ladies that, do you know this crap is barbecue sides, not potato salad like we do here, and it's called a cowboy jaffle. It has a slice of ham, baked beans, and a slice of cheese, and it's the same price as a Vegemite cheese. However, this week I opted for Nutella and banana.
Mm.
That sounds
Mhm.
good.
We
Mhm.
hey
It was-
Joe, we do potato salad too.
Oh, I understand that, but we would never do baked beans at a barbecue. I'm sorry, because the stuff is cold in a can. That's it. You got to heat it up or you have it cold. But yeah, it's called the cowboy jaffle, so it must be a nod towards the Americana cowboy, because it wasn't a farmer's jaffle; it was a cowboy jaffle. Yeah, baked beans with ham. I think that's probably what put me off, a bit of ham with it. Ugh. Anyway, I'm sure it's delicious because banana and Nutella too. I thought, well, how horrible would that be with a hot banana? But I ended up going back 2 days in a row for the same one. So I've had 2 Nutella and banana jaffles this week. I'm just putting it out there. What else did we talk about the other day? Oh, that was on Politically Incorrect Knitters podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because
Yeah.
the whole beans, you and Neil were going off on the Heinz beans.
That was my first time to go on their podcast. And I tell you what, Deplorable Knitter was very gracious with me because she knows I have different opinions from her about a few things, including one of her designs that I really dislike. And she was very, very gracious to me and very sweet. And I felt very welcomed. And I think, how nice is she? What a lovely lady.
Yes.
I quite like
She
her.
is.
Yes, I quite like her. I mean, she teams up with Anne, so someone has to be the horrible, the bad cop, and someone's a good cop. And DK is definitely the good cop.
So Anne's
So
the
that
bad
was-
cop.
Anne's a bad
Poor
cop.
Anne.
Yeah, Anne's the one I run
Anne.
cattle to.
No, poor Anne.
Anne didn't finish her socks. I'm sad she didn't get that last pair done. Her opal
Oh,
sock along.
I think she's amazing. I'm still looking at the sock tubes I knit up 3 years ago and have never put heels, toes, or cuffs on yet. I'm just
Oh.
gathering dust. But I'll get there.
I
And
have
and
those
you guys, I was thinking you're to blame for the giant tub in my living room that sits there, because remember I said anything I show you here that I say I'm going to knit, I'm not putting it back in the wool room. Guys, I've got enough stuff in that tub to knit for all of next year now. All the plans. And it's already September, and I haven't even touched any of that stuff in that big tub. So I've still got all the plans. It's like the dream tub. I'm dreaming one day I'll get to it. So anyone else comes up with new knit-alongs, I'm screwed.
No, they just need to check with you and see what you have in your tubs.
Right.
I was
Yeah, I
thinking
need to
like
check.
Thanksgiving evening that we could start the No More Knit-alongs knit-along.
Wow.
It's
Do a
bold.
cat tub.
How would that work? Exactly.
Yeah. Watch out, you'll get voluntold.
That says the
That's right.
volunteller.
Well,
I believe you voluntold Morgan. So
Oh, I think it's a great idea, but you know what? If we don't have time, we just don't have time.
exactly.
And Amy says it differently to me, but I say you get what you get and you don't get upset. So, if we just don't have time, we don't have time. Simple.
Exactly.
We have lives. Some of us have lives.
It just shows that we dream big. You
We
got to dream big.
I definitely do. You should see what's in my back office, Liz. My new accusations, and I don't know when the heck I'm going to have time to do it, but I've been naughty this week. I've been really
Are
naughty.
you referring to the back office of your mobile office?
My mobile office, yeah, in the storeroom. Would you like, I don't know. I was going to get it and put it here in the front office, and then I thought, how do I explain myself? I could be ashamed I'm not, and I could have plans, but I don't. Do you want to see what I did?
If you want to show, but don't feel obligated, you don't have to. It's up to you.
Really?
Yes.
You're not curious? You're not curious at all?
I am curious. I'm
Yeah.
very curious, but I don't want you to feel like you have to show them if you don't want to.
I've just finished one row of that brioche, so I know where I'm up to now, and I'll have a sip of coffee and steel myself for the judgment and humiliation.
Well, while you
no
do that,
judgment zone.
I have a
Judgment,
finished
no judgment.
object.
Oh, let me see. Well, I'm not
Yay.
going anywhere then. I want to see it.
Okay, we'll try to show it. This was the test crochet for Neil. I believe it's going in Blocked magazine. It's a
Ooh,
cowl.
pretty.
Very
Oh,
large
wow.
This way.
That's cool.
That is
That's
so
just one side.
cool.
It's two-sided, It's going to be very warm. It's very different. I mean, you're not going to see people walking down the street with this.
Wow.
That was Neil's design?
Neil designed this.
Wow.
He's getting very Stephen West.
I
Oh,
know,
Therese,
right?
this is for you.
Slowly.
She wants to see slowly.
Amy. Look.
I love it.
Look.
Very avant-garde.
Amy's beside herself about those holes, Therese.
What
And
does
she's-
one call those holes?
She's complaining about a nip slip. I'm like, it's not a shirt. If
was
you're
wondering about that.
wearing
I
a
was like,
shawl without a top on, that's your
Well,
problem.
We have to thank Tabitha for that. That started in
Very
shawlography.
I mean, personally, I never think that when I see holes in my shawls. I think how they're designed so that your shawl, it gives your shawl room to move and go into that crescent shape. That's what they're designed for. But anyway, Amy has other ideas. You know, she
She's
is from
thinking Mardi
Louisiana
Gras.
after all.
She's thinking Mardi Gras with she's gonna have her nipples out under the shawl.
That's it. Send her your beads, everybody. Send her your beads.
Um,
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to
Lord.
do
You
this.
said
I'm
you-
going to show you. I'm going to show you
Oh, Lord.
your Spanx.
Oh.
You wear your Spanx under a shawl. That's what you wear under your shawl, girlfriend. She pushes her boobs up under her neck. That's what does it. The Spanx moves everything north. Okay. All right. I bought something yesterday, and I'm sure there's going to be time for me to use it and make something amazing. I'm sure. I don't know when. I'll have to block out some time for next year, 2024. Are you ready? I'm going to do it, and then I don't have to ever show you again, because I'm probably going to be a complete failure, and it's probably not going to be worth even showing you the end product. But here we go. I'll be right back.
oh, I'm scared.
I'm very curious now.
Yeah, this sounds.
It could be anything.
I know.
Oh, it's a giant bag. Okay. Therese, are you looking closely? I've color coordinated. Okay. I got this
Ooh.
green merino hand dyed, but I also got this to go with it.
Is that alpaca?
I look, all the goodness. Look, all the locks.
Ooh. That's really pretty.
It is really pretty. You think you'd believe that I know what I'm doing watching me throw this out there. So I got green, and then I thought, oh, hang on, what about the red as well? And all
That's
these,
so pretty.
look at this. Oh gosh, it's got vegetation in it. Hang on, it's really come from the farm. Look at this.
Wow.
All
That's
that
Ooh,
goodness.
that's pretty.
All these beautiful locks of different colors, and some of them look like they come from under the belly of the sheep, but that's okay. That's okay. I've got all these locks. It actually says mohair and fleece, or mohair fleece, whichever. You take your pick. It doesn't feel like mohair. So look at those pretty locks, Therese.
That's really
So what's
pretty.
your plan?
Therese, hang on, I haven't finished yet. So I got the red because there was a huge, this is 225 grams, and it was the largest bag of locks. So I got the red, yes, red fleece, hand dyed, the Rolags, and then the
I
locks.
know what you're doing.
And
I
then
know
I
what
went,
you're doing.
and then I went, well, how on earth could you leave the purple behind? How could you do that? That's ridiculous. Don't leave the purple behind. So I got the purple, and oh my gosh, I love these. I've got 100 grams of all these different purple locks. Oh, where am I? Do you want to look at my arm? Yeah, there, look. All the
That's
different
really
purple,
pretty.
all the different shades of purple. Where am I? There, look. Oh my gosh. I couldn't leave them behind. So, hush your mouth, Therese. I don't know what that question means. I don't know. What am I going to do with it all?
I thought you were
That's all
gonna-
I bought.
Spin
That's
a
all I
penguin.
bought.
You better get
I'm
that
gonna-
e-spinner.
I'm going to get my poor old Ashford Traveller out of the corner of my wool room, because I really like to spin when it's warm, when it's hot weather, when you're sweating and fluff's getting in your face, and I'm thinking of going to attempt to teach myself how to do some art yarn.
Oh,
Fun.
That'll be really cool.
It will. Thank you, Morgan. That will be fun.
It
I
will
find
be.
you how to execute distribute it, it would be even better. But that's a start. So why on earth? Look at this giant bag. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me just sit here in my discomfort and shame. When I get time one day, I'd really like to spin some art yarn to make myself, a scarf or a cowl. What do you think, Therese? What are my chances?
I think you can do it. For sure.
Okay. I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can.
Of course you can.
Because I can't let that sit in the tub for the next 10 years. It's gorgeous.
We won't talk about. No, we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about.
We're not talking about things sitting around for.
Right. But that was
Some
my
hours in the day.
purchase. I couldn't leave it behind. I just didn't want anyone else to own it. Is that really selfish of me?
Not if you're going to use it.
I bought it with all the best intentions, but I'm not a very good spinner, so I think art yarn is a good goal.
I
'Cause
think
it
you
could
should
turn
get
out
the electric eel wheel. Then you can spin in your mobile office.
Wow.
Right. Don't tell her that. She'll never go outside. She'll sit
never
there the
go
whole
home.
time.
I will never go home. Oh my goodness, how amazing. I couldn't leave it behind. I just couldn't. And the money goes to charity, so even better.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
that's
Yep.
nice.
That makes me feel a little bit more justified in my purchases.
You don't have to feel justified. There's no judgment. You buy what you buy.
But I'm no spinner. But I'm going to. I'm no spinner. Just like I'm no crocheter, but I'm going to try all the things.
Hi, Pearl.
Um,
Whoa.
Ooh, good idea.
Samantha says you can make
Oh.
rum mittens too, Joe.
Samantha, I may or may not have other plastic bags full of short pieces of hand-dyed merino that was going to be thrummed mittens about 2 years ago. I may or may not have that already sorted. Thanks for reminding me. So I've got all the projects to last me until I'm in the nursing home, and then I can even give them all, all the yarn away to the old ducks that are stuck in there with me if I last that long. They won't. How could I ever move into a nursing home? For goodness sakes, they'll never let me take all my yarn with me.
Nope.
I'll have to get a storage unit.
You'll have to make the nursing
Imagine
home
that.
come to you, Joe. You can just live at home and have
Well-
someone come take care of you. Some,
Yeah.
young strapping
goodness.
male nurse could come take care of you.
Yeah, a Mr. Sister.
Sure.
I did have a male nurse when the twins were born, and he was amazing. He was really good. So, Therese, we might be spending a lot more time together than you're prepared for next year, because I'm going to need all your tidbits and tips while we spin together.
So I'll prepare myself now. Okay.
Liz, you spin
For
too,
my-
don't you?
Yes, I do.
See? You could go to Liz too, probably.
Therese actually does.
Eh.
I what? I spin.
You actually do spin. You actually do spin. You have products to prove that you spin.
Yeah,
Finished
Teresa's
product.
probably the one to go to. All my spun yarn turns out like rug yarn. One day I'll have a nice rug.
Well, that's why I feel like-
tight.
Oh, is it? Are you a tight spinner?
I guess I've tried to calm it down a little bit, but it always reverts back to the same thing. I guess I'm like riding a horse and holding on for dear life. It's terrible. And then I also use my where is my wheel? Huh. I always use it kind of like I'm in spin class or something too. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the yarn is damaged usually.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice to not, and I still do it. And you have to remind yourself, your hands have to move faster than your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because otherwise you end up with rope. Yeah.
Yes, I have a lot of rope.
Mm-hmm.
Do you spin, Morgan?
You could
Yeah,
You
I do.
make shopping bags.
I'm not very good at it. I'm just starting to kind of maybe get the hang of spinning a bit thinner, but I haven't used my wheel for a little bit, but I want to change that though, because there's a braid that I need to finish, and I'm close to kind of having it finished. But yeah, so unfortunately, I feel like I've kind of lost all of my like mojo for stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that comes back quickly.
It will.
But right now I'm just working on I don't think Neil would really care if I showed it, but it's just a plain mitten. This is Tina's yarn from a Wenith.
Wow.
So
Pretty.
this side
So
looks a bit
clever.
nicer. But yeah, so I really like all the reds and the grays and black and the whites all together. So yeah, so it's just something, kind of mindless. I just go, round and round and round and round. So that's been kind of helping. So I'm hoping soon I can that I can get back to the exploration station. I left off just past the brioche section, so I'm kind of nearly there.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it. There's only section 3, section 4, and section 5 are only small little sections.
Yeah, so I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this week I can maybe get to it in between all the busyness that's going to be going on
Do you
this
have
week.
it there? Do you have it there to show me? Beautiful? No?
Let me see if I can grab it. It's probably behind
Please,
some stuff.
please.
Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I want to see how it looks. Seeing as Amy's in 2 colours is actually very pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of the
I never
Stephen West
considered
are
just
really
doing.
pretty that way. A lot of them when they're in 1 or
Yeah.
2 colors are really totally changes them.
I used to not really like his stuff because it's so out there. And then I figured out, go on Instagram, look at the hashtag for whatever it is, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And that's for
some of them are very
all of them.
elegant.
Some of them, the shapes are a little weird, and so that's fine. But as far as colors go, yeah, you can't just go by.
I did order the MCAL, but I'm not going to do it until next year after people have finished with it. And then I'll see the colors and get yarn for it. But I got the pattern.
That was my next question. I was wondering if you were going to sign up for it this year, Liz.
No, I did the shawlography and I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot of techniques, but I kind of like to see what it looks like ahead of time, especially with picking colors.
I
did not like last year's at all.
I was watching Needles at the Ready, their podcast this week, Kevin and Ray, and Kevin showed his that he finally finished in preparation to start the next one fresh. And I'm sorry to say, he's a beautiful knitter. He is a beautiful knitter and he did an excellent job of it. And I really liked his color choices that he chose that would be beautiful in a different shawl. And then when I saw Ray put it on and then Kev put it on, and I thought, I'm so glad I frogged mine when I did. I'm really, really glad that I didn't continue with it. I would have been very, very upset with myself to waste all that time on something I would never wear.
That's why I frogged mine. So
Mm.
I'll do the next one, but I'll wait till after everybody else has done it.
And I heard
And-
rumors it's gradient,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Yeah. Geo Gradient is the name.
Here it is.
Okay. Oh,
Pretty.
let me see. Oh, your colours are really fall colours.
Mhm.
I know. I love it. I just love how it looks. It smells so sheepy. And then I'll show the other
Oh,
side.
wow. Yeah. Show me. And you've gone with a lighter colour between your segments.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't actually want the lighter color there, but then I wasn't paying attention, and then I started doing it, and I couldn't be bothered to start over. But
yeah, I like it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I
Me
like
too.
it.
Yeah, because I originally wanted the brown to be the one that was in between, but yeah, I wasn't paying
I think the
attention.
brown would have got lost. I think the brown
I
would
think
have got
so,
lost
too.
amongst those other fall colours,
Mhm.
those darker colours.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think having
that's true.
that outline in the lighter is better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to fit. Ooh.
It's very
Well, I've got
autumn in Wisconsin.
We're getting feedback. Can everybody leave and come back one at a time?
Sure. Would you like? I'll go first. Oh no, Morgan's gone.
Okay.
No, it's still there. I'll go. Oh,
Okay. Is it Joe Bob again? I think it's Joe Bob again. See, Liz, you came on. We have technical difficulties. Hello. Hopefully they're all coming back. That's was the one at a time thing, but okay. Okay. Hey, everybody in chat. Thanks for showing up. Hope you're all having a nice holiday weekend. And if you don't have to work today, good for you. Let's see. Morgan's back. There she is.
No, I don't
So
hear
it's
it
not
now.
you. Teresa, hey,
Hey,
talk. It's not you either.
no.
So it's not Morgan. Yes, Amy, Joe needs earbuds. Please tell her because we've told her before. And hey, Liz.
Was it me?
No.
Okay. The air
All right,
conditioner.
I'm gonna go out.
The air conditioner was running outside, so I thought maybe that was it. But
No. Don't know.
Okay. Are we a good?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's Joe again. So
poor Joe.
Tomorrowland.
Joe needs
Yeah.
earbuds.
I don't think earbuds is the problem.
Yeah, it is. It's the
I don't have them in, and I'm not echoing. I think it's internet issues.
well, hopefully she's
Or-
coming back. So Therese, what are you gonna work on now that you're done with Neil's thing?
Well, I've been working on. I told Neil I was going to do it. I did. I stole the pattern from that cow, and I'm making. This is so random. I'm making a bath mat with that pattern.
That'll be
Cotton
cute.
Yeah. So I just like, hey, I think.
how
I
did
wanna
we
make
go?
a
Was
bath
it me?
Yes,
mat. You're fine now.
you're fine now,
Okay.
Joe.
Joe, are you there?
No, my audio's
hear me?
not good.
Oh boy.
Yes, Morgan.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What type of cotton is that, Therese?
It's a mixture of Knit Picks and no. Hobby Lobby and one of the like Bernat, the big skeins that they have at like Joann's. It's just all old stash. There might be some Knit Picks in here. I don't even know. So that's what I'm doing.
Stash is good.
And then I'm gonna cast on the Not Morgan's Make Along.
Oh
Oh,
gosh. You know,
that's
maybe I'll
terrible.
just
That
like
makes, I'm
pass
sure that
on.
makes Morgan feel bad. That's
I
terrible.
do.
I didn't mean it like
no.
that.
Don't feel
I was
bad.
thinking
I know.
it's not her knit
She
along.
just didn't have a name for it. It's not her knit along.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that wasn't against you, Morgan. That was
No,
it's
I
not
know.
her knit
I know.
along.
No, I know.
The
I have to
knit along
volunteer
formerly
somebody to do
known
it.
as Morgan's.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll give it a symbol.
Like Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious.
So what other knit alongs are people hosting?
I know there's
Thanks,
a lot of like
Amy.
fall ones.
This is for you, Morgan. Amy's going to help
Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yay. Gee, it's almost as like we're friends who go on each other's podcasts and help each other. Isn't that weird?
And you know, I've got to say, you all
Yeah.
have been so supportive, and I don't even know how I can say thank you other than just saying it. So thank you all just for being my friends. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to not
Oh
sound
my
all
goodness.
emotional.
Oh,
One of us
group
now. You're
hug.
stuck,
Get up.
you're
Yeah.
stuck with us
Group
now.
Group hug.
I know.
Love you, Morgan.
I love you
Group
too,
hug, baby
girls.
girl. Life is a journey. Life is
It
just a
is.
journey. Enjoy the ride. Don't get bogged down with crappy stuff. It's all good.
No.
Tomorrow's a new day.
That's
It's all
right.
good, babe.
That's right.
That's true. So,
And
Yeah,
you know,
once-
we'll cheer you up. We'll come. Hey, let's all go visit. Let's all go gate crash Morgan's next podcast.
that'd
You
be
know,
fun.
I still
Let's
need.
do a live
I
on
still-
Morgan's podcast.
Yes, it would
Keep
be my
it
first
going,
live.
Morgan.
Yes, it would be my first live ever.
Yeah,
We should do that. We
so
should
I
do
just
that.
invite myself. I just invite myself to the party.
Clearly, we're really good with lives because we don't like to edit. So lives work out better for us.
Yeah, I never edit at all. I just don't really feel like it. Plus, I don't really
And the
know
people
how.
Yeah, the people who do, that's fine. It's great when you have all this fancy edited podcasts. That's just not us.
Yeah, Amy. No.
Yeah. Yeah, and fancy lighting.
No, we're
and all
here
that.
for you. I'm here for you, Morgan.
Thank
You don't have to
Right.
do the sock monkey anything.
Sock monkey.
Next
Oh,
year.
goodness.
We'll just add it to my pile for next year. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't mind making a muscle burr with my stripy yarn too one day when I've got a spare few hours. I
need to
love
make
those
one of
hats.
too.
Is that a good
Yeah.
pattern? I've never knit
They're
it.
great fun. Oh, you haven't?
Not the
It's-
most. No, I've seen
it's
it,
good.
but I've never knit it.
Oh, it's good because you're just starting at the crown. So you're just doing a little tiny cast on, starting at the crown, pulling it out until you get the right number of stitches that you want for your yarn gauge, like your yarn thickness and your knitting gauge. And then you knit it all the way down till it's finished, and then you bring in for the crown again and push it inside, and you've got a double layer. I think it'd be really cool in stripy yarn. I've made a few of them. They're really easy. It doesn't matter if you're using fingering, DK, chunky, Aran, doesn't matter. As long as you've got
That's
enough
nice.
yarn. It's really fun. And it's a
Stash
big
yarn,
slouchy
then.
hat that you can. Yeah, oh, definitely. And of course, it's a double thickness, which I like a double brim. But because it's so long and slouchy, you can then fold it up again and have 4 thicknesses over your ears and drown out your teenage, almost adult children, and have a nice cozy beanie as well. It's really cool.
I'll have to see if I have that pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I have it or not.
I think it's great for the single skein or 2 skeins that you've collected that you just don't know what the heck to do. And they don't even have to be complementary colours to each other, because you're folding it inside out, and it's like a reverse hat. You can wear it 2 ways or 4 ways, 3 ways. So it's
nice.
really cool. Gilmore Girls. Oh, okay.
Ooh. I've never actually seen
Okay.
the
I have
Gilmore
seen the
Girls.
Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I have seen a few of their episodes, so I'm aware of who they are.
I've never seen
Unlike
it.
Star Wars,
Is it
Star
good?
Trek, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, on all those other weirdo movies that I don't know. Oh, who watched Blazing Saddles? Lynn did as well, and I thought, gosh,
It's my
I've never
favorite
seen
movie.
it. I really need
I
to.
love that movie.
You do. It's my favorite movie of all time. Which says a lot about me. I guess.
Okay, I have to watch it. Well, it sounds like it's really funny and has a lot of
It's hilarious.
parodies of other things. So sounds
It
like
would
your
never be
style.
made today. It would never, ever, ever be made today.
Oh no.
It wasn't supposed to be made when it came out.
Oh,
The studio censors came onto the set and they told Mel Brooks, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this joke. And he said, okay, and he left him in. So nowadays,
I heard that you
don't do
guys.
that.
I heard something that triggered me about memories about when we were in lockdown. You know, when we were locked up for months and months. There was actually a video that went viral all over the world of the helicopter. These young kids had got together, these teenagers had got together and playing basketball in an open park, miles from everyone. It was only a few kids, and a helicopter came, and the speakers went out telling the kids to get home or they'd be arrested for being out in public. And then I just heard something that was happening, was it New York or New York State, with the drones over Labor Day weekend?
Yep.
Yeah, Therese posted about that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Therese, that's
if they get-
nuts.
if they get complaints about large backyard gatherings, they'll send drones to investigate.
Wow,
is
better than a
bonkers.
helicopter, but geez, still as scary, like still as invasive.
Well,
Crazy.
They don't want people to have any privacy anymore.
No.
Drones. That reminds me of Afghanistan and all the, oh my gosh, all the drone hits. They're going to come over the top of you, and what are they going to do to you? Glitter bomb you if you're making too much noise, so they can find you on the ground afterwards.
I don't know. Scary. Very scary.
That's some government surveillance there. Wow.
This is America.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
It is.
Imagine if peaceful protesting ever happened on the other side of the fence. Imagine. Wow. There'd be civil war for sure in your country.
Did you see how they had this group of Nazis that were supposed Nazis that were marching the other day? And when they interviewed one, it turned out he was a Biden voter. So he wasn't really a
I didn't know that.
Nazi after all. Yeah,
What
they were
state was that in?
Florida, I think.
It was at
Oh,
Disney.
wow.
Or outside of Disney.
Yeah, it was outside of Disney. And when they interviewed the one guy, he didn't stay on script because he mentioned he was a Biden voter. So,
Sure. Well, that I can understand that. Yeah, that's okay. It's supposed to be some sort of, was he a skinhead or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, supposedly.
Wow. Well, better than the blue hair, green hair. I haven't brought my wigs
it's
today.
election time in America, so there's it's like watching the same show over again. But sooner or
Every
later,
4
we're gonna have
years.
somebody get gunned down in the streets. That's going to make everybody light the whole nation on fire, and then there's going to be these Nazi groups that show up and wave flags, and no one knows who the hell they are, where they came from, and they're not organized. And then there's going to be something where Trump will say something, and the world's going to end. I mean, it's so old now. I'm over
Wow.
Yep.
it. I'm over it.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are finished with listening to that over and over on the news.
Well, I heard Biden
It's all
saying the other day that
nonsense.
he didn't have time to go home. It's like, or he didn't have a home to go to. Excuse me, dude, you've got 2 homes and you've spent 40% of your presidency on vacation. Yet you still haven't shown up in Ohio where that train derailed. So really don't have any sympathy
No.
for you.
Hello, but
He's
hang
never
on a
gone.
minute.
Excuse me.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Where is your vice president? I mean, where is she?
I hope she's sitting her ass at home.
There are 2 of them
See?
running the country,
You don't
supposedly.
want her.
She's
You
his
don't want her out there.
representative.
You don't want her out there.
Neither
Where is
one of them
she?
are
Where
running
is
the
she?
country.
Mm-mm.
She's meeting basketball teams and going to important meetings saying things like community banking is banking in communities.
It's her cocaine they found in the White House. I'm sure of it.
Probably.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I heard it was a Biden family, not necessarily Hunter. I'm thinking one of the granddaughters or the
Oh,
other
wow.
daughter.
It'll all come out in the wash one day.
I think the cocaine
always
is having to keep
does.
Joe standing up.
Oh,
I
the
think
poor man.
I seriously,
That's so
I
sad
think there's
to
a
me.
reason why he's always on vacation. I think that before he's got to come out and make a speech, and this is a conspiracy theory, I know, but if you look at him before he's due to make a speech, he's looking very sunken. He's looking frail, old. You know, his hair is very sparse. But then then he'll go home for a little bit. Then he comes on camera.
Yeah.
And he's smooth and
Rejuvenated.
filled out. The hair is fuller. The eyes are brighter. I'm telling you, they're taking him home and they're plumping him up full of fillers and getting him ready for the camera.
Medication.
Wow.
That's elder
Yeah.
abuse. It's really,
is.
it's
It's
really
disgusting.
sad.
Well, it's because his family gets all the perks because they all fly everywhere with him. I mean, his granddaughters have been flying all over the world with him. And supposedly they're supposed to pay for that, but how much do you really want to bet they are?
Mm,
You know?
I don't think they paid
It's
for
elder
anything for
abuse.
years.
I feel very sorry for him. I do feel sorry
I
for
don't.
him. He's a puppet.
I don't.
A puppet for power. It's very sad.
He's never been a good person though, so I have a hard
No.
time. I mean,
I
in
did
theory, nobody should be abused like that as an elder person,
No.
but
No.
he's never
No.
been a good person, so whatever.
No. I saw the other day how he said that he convinced Strom Thurmond to vote for the Civil Rights Amendment, which I thought was hilarious because Strom Thurmond voted against it. But, you know, because he was in the KKK and all or whatever. But
Or he went to Hawaii and said, you know, he's been through it. He had a paper towel catch on fire in the kitchen. So
Oh my goodness. So much
Or
empathy.
telling the Gold
Sad.
Star families, you know what it's like to lose a child to war because his son died. It's like, yeah, your son died of cancer,
mhm.
not of
He doesn't
war
know what
wounds.
he's saying. I don't think
No,
he
he
really
said stuff
he
like
knows.
that before he got,
He's always lied.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A
he
career
plagiarized.
politician.
He plagiarized. That's how he got kicked out of his first presidential run because he was plagiarizing other politicians in
Oh,
their speeches.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's his staff who writes his speeches. Who writes their own speeches? Which
know of
which
anybody.
president has ever written? Do you know?
I-
Oh, I remember
No.
when actually I do remember when Trump was doing all his own tweets at all hours of the morning. His staff must have been horrified. He just did his own thing, whatever time of the day or morning. But I mean, surely, you've got to understand they've got staff who do all these speeches for them.
Well, yeah, but he still
They
spoke
have a
it. He could have,
team. Oh, yeah, he could have said no. The magic word, no.
well, he's a horrible person, and I don't have a lot of sympathy for him because he's done terrible things to people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, it's all good. I don't think he's going to make it to the election. I think he's going to have a medical reason to drop out. And I think Newsom's going to run.
Can he not just not run? Can he just say, I don't feel up to running? I mean, he's an older man. He doesn't have anything to
That's what
prove.
I'm-
He's been in the political spectrum all his life. So he doesn't have to do anything to prove himself now. If he did, it would only because how ridiculous would it be if their own party didn't have anybody up and coming that they were mentoring for the role, that they were, getting ready. Of course they've got somebody. Surely they've got people in their own party who are younger and have, policy ideas to move forward with. Wouldn't that be the aim of any political party?
Yes, but they can't guarantee those people can win. And,
Would get the votes.
well,
Oh, okay. That's ridiculous.
I've heard they're going to
they-
put up Gavin Newsom, which would be a
well,
disaster.
he's trying to debate DeSantis. I don't
Mhm.
understand why.
Oh, wow. That'll be funny to watch.
Newsom's another
That'd
terrible
be really
person.
funny. We have a referendum coming up soon for the voice, the vote for the voice next month. And so our political government heads have sent us out all this propaganda saying, actually, it's in the back of my office. We've been given it's really interesting because it's very balanced. It's giving you all the reasons why you should vote yes and the reasons why you should vote no. So they've actually got together, obviously, both parties and given you the reasons why you should be for it or against it. And I thought, well, that's very level-headed and very bipartisan and working together, great cooperation. But then just recently on the weekend, the leader of the opposition has said if the voice vote yes does not go ahead, he will then call for a second referendum. And I'm like, dude, if we vote and the majority of Australian people say no, how about you fucking listen to the Australian people, the people who voted you in the position that you're in right now? You are the leader of the opposition. Yes, it does not mean you have to oppose everything that another party does. Of course not. That's ridiculous and nothing ever gets done. Of course we need to work together. But how dare you, Peter Dutton, tell us, the people, that if we vote a particular way that you don't personally like, you're going to then spend millions of taxpayers' dollars to hold a second referendum. We're just going to keep voting till you get the solution that you want. How disgusting. Regardless of how you vote, I don't care. And like I said, I really enjoyed reading the referendum papers that came out to us with all the reasons why you should, all the reasons why you shouldn't. Nothing about the history of Australian government having had Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander commissions before that lost millions of dollars and were highly corrupted. Thank you, Charlie Perkins, allegedly. So there's no information for young people about the history of how every single prime minister in our country in recent decades has all held some sort of commission for Indigenous peoples, run by Indigenous peoples, given all the money in the world to then spend away. But, that's just my point of view. I'm horrified that this person has decided, well, if we don't get that vote, we're going to do a second one. No, you're not, dude. No, you're not. You're not spending my money, my hard-earned tax dollars. You're not spending them to hold a second vote until you get the vote that you want, the result that you want. It's disgusting. And he's threatening us. If he doesn't get that result, he's going to do it. I'm like, hello? What communist country do I live in now? Seriously, what a dictator. I
That's
can't
what they
believe
do
it.
now.
It's like take the vote of the people. It's exactly the same thing that happened with the Trump result, with Trump saying, I won this election, even if possibly he didn't. It's like accept the results, move on, plan your next, your next performance.
Well, the
No,
problem with
you know,
that
it's
is if it doesn't get fixed, it'll happen again and again and again. What they
Yeah.
did in
I get
2020,
that.
they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. But I
So
get that. At
why
some
bother? Why
point, you
bother
have
then?
to accept the result of the people. They're worried
If it
about
is the result
failing
of the
at getting a
people.
positive result. They need to listen to the people if they get a negative result. They need
Listen
to
to
change
the people,
something.
the people that put the poster boards up on the counting station in Detroit so they couldn't watch them count the votes.
I understand what you're saying.
And,
Yeah, I do
and
understand that.
ballots being found a year later in a storage shed somewhere,
They're
and
still
ballots
finding
being
them.
found here, and ballots being found there.
Oh, that and all the
And dead
machines.
people voting.
Oh,
Whoops.
and
Seen
oh,
that. Yeah,
we're dead. Well, that's been
dead
happening
people
for
voting.
a long time.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's probably been happening for a very long time. Possibly every election you've held for many, many generations have been in some way persuaded, by events that have got nothing to do with the people voting. It's got to do with money and power and the people above them who need them in power, businessmen, capitalists that need them in power. Of course it comes to that. It's just that you didn't know that existed beforehand.
Well, I think
Now with
they were
technology, you know.
they were more blatant about it this round because, and then they gaslit everybody to say, well, you didn't see what you saw. But I want to be fair, and I don't remember a time growing up ever where they did kind of a courtesy thing in the middle of the night and were like, hey, these vote counters, they're tired. We're going to go ahead and send them home so they can get some rest and we'll resume counting in the morning. I don't think that has ever happened. And then they kept counting, and I watched it real time.
Mm-hmm.
It go from Trump was steamrolling everybody to suddenly Joe Biden won. And it was very shocking. I mean, and just, I think if they hadn't done that thing about shutting down the counting and then continuing to count, it still would have been a lot of people would have been mad, but I mean,
sure,
it was just really bizarre to halt the counting. I've never seen that happen before, unless, and then there was one place that said they had a pipe break and it was flooding out, but then to turn out later, it didn't. And it was just a lot of weird stuff.
Well, I question the whole charging people for questioning the election because they're filing cases, legal challenges. How is that something that they should be indicted for? Because, it's not like they're, trying to overturn the government by force. They were actually filing legal challenges, which is what you're supposed to do. So I don't understand how
we all remember hanging Chads, right?
Exactly.
I mean, why aren't those people being indicted for questioning an election?
Well, and there are people that seriously think Hillary won and that was rigged. I mean, that's just a thing in this country. If your side loses, you think the election was rigged, but it was just,
you're suspicious.
The over the top, like, it was just not going to go the way that it did in 2016. And then they put out an article a few weeks later how they worked together to fortify the election. They basically admitted everything they did, and everybody was just gaslit into, well, then COVID came on the heels of all that. So we were just all distracted but certainly they need to have it fixed this time, because if it happens again, I'm afraid for how this country will react. And that's not me. I'm not saying I'm going to react, for those listening out there.
No. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's what I said. I wonder if there's going to be a civil war or civil disruption. I mean, I personally consider looting and setting businesses and buildings and cars on fire as civil unrest and should have been dealt with the law, but that never happened. So that's just
Yep.
my personal, humble opinion, that you want to come burn down my building or run around my neighbourhood with your guns and threaten us, then that's civil unrest and should be dealt with legally. Who was the young man who? Who's the young man who was recently on Roseanne Barr? Jack. What's his
Jack
surname?
Posobiec.
Prosevic?
Posobiec?
Prosevic?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very interesting to listen to as a first-hand witness
It's very
Yeah.
to what happened the day of the unrest.
Mhm.
That was very interesting, and I've never heard him speak before, and I thought he was very eloquent and explained things very, very clearly from his bird's eye view of what happened that day. I mean, I had friends there on both sides, and I have yet to sort of sit down and speak with them about what their experience was of that great day out.
Hey y'all,
Morgan
I gotta
has to
get,
go, you
get
guys.
going quick. Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
That's
Sorry to
okay.
interrupt.
Oh,
We're just glad you
thanks
came.
for coming.
That's okay.
Thank you for having me.
And you know you always got us
Thanks
if you
for
need
joining.
us. So if you need anything,
Yes.
Definitely. Good to see you, Liz.
Good to see you too.
All right, take care, everybody. Bye.
Hi, Morgan.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah, Joe, your
I think
country
things
is
are a bit.
Yeah, she's got some chaos
Is-
going
yeah,
on right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of what the outcomes are, I mean, I'm so apolitical anyway. I'm the person who draws flowers all over my voting piece of paper. I just think, well, I truly believe that the way our system is run, that, the person who's in charge is the person who was voted by the majority, or because of the way that they do things, it may not be, the majority of the first choice vote, but then they go and, it's like a horse race. They go and check all the others out and the handicaps, and that person that gets voted up, well, that's the person, and I accept it, and I don't have to be happy with it, and I don't really care about it very much, because my feeling is whoever's in power grows this giant ego, and it's just mayhem anyway. So no, I just keep plodding along and try to be as apolitical as I can be. I don't really have strong feelings about any of it, but I don't really appreciate being told that if I don't get the vote result that I like, then we're going to redo it. I'm like, hello, it's like doing a running race a second time or a third time because you didn't like who the winners were. Just grow up,
I saw
accept the result, and let's move on.
Mr. Zelensky saying that they won't hold elections in Ukraine unless we pay for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So conveniently, if we don't, then he gets to stay in charge. And since he's taken over all the media and he's outlawed other political parties, what would be the point of having elections? Because he's gotten rid of the
Why
church.
is this
He's
war
gotten rid of the,
still going on? Why
I
is
don't
this
know.
war still going on?
we give him lots
All
of
the
money.
money that has been spent,
Yeah.
so much money from
Crazy.
so many countries to support these people, it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
That's why I think Biden is a shoe-in for. I'm just set mentally that he's going to be president again if he stays in, because they have to keep this going to cover up everything that our Congress and our government laundered through that country. And I think as soon as, if Trump were to ever get back in and he exposed all that, it would just, I don't know that anybody would ever have faith in the United States government ever again. It was well known that Ukraine was used as a
Distraction.
It was just to launder money and hide money because it was so corrupt. It's been known as that. And then all of a sudden it just became this shining and beacon on the hill.
Well, and they refuse to give Congress any accounting for the money. Like Congress has asked for accounting and they said no. Well, I'm sorry, you don't get to say no. You don't get to tell Congress
Checks and
no.
balances.
They're the ones who foots
Checks
the
and
bill,
balances.
so they should get a say. But the military's doing its own thing. Department of Justice. Let's not even go there because they're doing Biden's bidding.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but
Wow.
we've got yarn and
Yeah.
we can knit
Excuse me.
and
My
make
smoker
clothes.
pack.
We'll knit our way through it.
Let me just give a moment for our sponsor, Luden's Wild Cherry Cough Drops.
Hey,
That's what I've been
we'd love to have a sponsor. I wish we could get the
Oh, how
eSpinner to
funny.
sponsor us, and then they would send Joe one.
Oh, I would love one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have to buy one day. I have to plan and save for one day. That's funny.
So that'll be when you don't have children that you're supporting.
Exactly.
all
Which
your
will be
money.
never.
They take all your money.
Yeah, they do. I'm the bank. I was just going to say, isn't it funny that recently it came to my attention that people are really horrified that I sit in my car and knit for a few hours once a week?
Which I don't understand. That cracks me up. I don't get why they care and why they're horrified. Because people
just
sit out.
yours.
It's no different than sitting
So
outside.
I heard these people
No,
never
we-
seen TikTok. People
I
are
know.
always in their cars.
Yeah, but I mean, I do go and sit out at the park in the summertime to talk to you girls. I set up my camp chair, my, folding chair and my little table and put my phone on it. And people walk by and dogs turn up to sniff my chair.
I know. We always get to see the dogs.
They'll
summer.
be horrified, won't they? I don't know.
I
I
don't
wonder
get
why it's so offensive. I wonder why. Maybe it's just because of the company I keep.
Probably.
I guess they're too Wi-Fi privileged, Joe. They don't understand
Yeah.
that you have to go where you can get the good Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Who's remarking on you being in the car? Are we
Um,
across that thread or something like?
Yeah, apparently that it's been pointed out that one of us horrible ladies dares to sit in her car to podcast. I'm like, we're having a chat. We're not here to do anything else than knit together and have a chat. This is my sanity once a week.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre that people are offended by that. And I think they're probably not offended by the fact that I'm sitting in my car. It was just the only thing they could think of at the time.
Mhm.
Well, also
me.
we ramble too much, and we have our friends on each other's podcast, which I guess is horrible.
But that's hilarious because we're not
Strangers.
selling anything. We're not
No, we're not.
grifting off anybody. We're just getting together to chat. It's called Monday Night Knit Night. And we're just getting together. I mean, I'm going to be a bit horrified if we do get locked down again soon, because I've been hearing stories about mutts coming out again and another variation of the strain. Even though, yes, hello, I've been vaccinated. I'm one of those horrible people who got the vaccination twice.
Nobody's
and a booster.
Nobody's horrible for getting vaccinated. They're horrible for trying to force it on
but
other
I'm just thinking if I get locked up again, oh golly gosh, I won't be allowed off my property again. Like last time it was 3 months that I didn't leave home. But this is my sanity. So this is what's kept me going after that horrible time, that we get to sit and knit and be a little bit pushy with each other, keeping the mojo happening and keeping the expectations on a reasonable level that we're actually going to finish projects and get things done so we can feel good about ourselves.
What is this finishing you're talking about?
I don't know. Weird.
I don't know.
I'm finishing. I'm on the brioche, baby. Look
Hey,
at
I
that
finished
pretty
my-
thing. Look at
Trees,
that.
we finished our ranunculus.
Look at that.
I finished my ranunculus, at least one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I finished
I finished
one.
one.
I finished one.
I did not.
You've already knit one though. Yeah, but you already knit one, so you were the one helping
Yeah.
us because you
What
told
happened
us what worked and what didn't work. You were our trial person.
What happened to yours? Did you run out of yarn?
No, but I'm afraid I'm going to, so now I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna run out of yarn and need a couple inches. Or sleeves or something. No,
So what? It's just going to sit there. Are you?
I
Well,
don't
what
know.
are you going to frog it? A
Probably
positive
frog it.
thing would. I would frog it.
Mhm.
I think frogging projects is a positive thing because you're ready to use it for something else,
Mhm.
not a
Exactly.
languishing whip. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like frogging shit. If you're not
it
happy with
takes
it, frog it.
takes pressure off because it's not sitting there like you feel like you have to go
Yeah.
back to it. Once you frog it, it's free. You're free of it.
I've
So
frogged a sweater that I've worn a couple of times. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I frogged that damn thing and reused the yarn in my fade cardigan, the Andrea Mowry one that we did together.
Mhm.
I love how it looks. I'm so glad I used it on something else.
exactly.
No shame there.
It's supposed to
Well,
make you
ladies,
happy when you use the yarn.
I better go.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose my light. I have sweated
Oh,
off
no.
every bit of my natural deodorant, and I got to go in and figure out dinner.
Aw,
I
I'm so glad you
can't.
came.
It's so good
Yeah,
to
I'm
see
I've
glad to be
seen
you.
you
here.
so long.
Good to see
Thanks for
everybody.
stopping in. Good to
All
see
Yeah,
right.
you,
you're
babe.
always welcome.
Much
Come
love.
back
Love, love, love.
anytime.
Feel better soon. Get some rest.
Yeah.
Yay. We have Liz and
Oh,
Morgan. Yay.
I know. I miss
And
Liz. I haven't seen her for ages. I do
got
covet her
19
yarn.
people watching
Actually.
us. I
I
know.
have her. I have her yarn, and I feel silly for coveting it. But I'm going to make something grand for myself only. So it has to be super nice for myself only. It's beautiful
I
yarn.
have some of her yarn that she dyed special for me that I'm going to haven't figured out the pattern yet for it. But when I do, it's for
I
me.
have
It's not for anybody
Oh,
else.
I heard you're designing the advent for Chicken Lady too. You're designing the
Yes.
pattern.
Mhm.
Any
Yep.
clues?
That's why,
No clues? Come
from what
on,
I
it's only one.
understand, the yarn is very pink. There's a lot of
Oh,
pink because you know the
oh,
pink ladies because her theme is Greece.
yeah.
So
Should be black in there too, but Olivia Newton-John's
probably
tight pants. I hope there's black in there.
there'll
Okay,
be
so
a lot of different textures and things in it. I'll say that much. So
so
that's all I'm
are,
gonna say. 'Cause I don't know
are
what I'm
you what?
allowed to say. I don't know what I'm
Probably
allowed to say about it.
probably
So
nothing, but it's just the three of us. No one else is listening.
yeah, Lynn's not
I'm
in the chat, so we're
wondering,
good.
are you watching the movie over and over to get your inspiration? Is there some sort of
I will probably watch
some
it.
fashion? Is there some fashion in the movie that you might be designing something similar to a garment that's in the movie? Or
I hadn't thought of that. Now maybe I'm gonna have to go watch the movie and see. No, I kind of have
oh,
part of it planned, but the rest of it, I have to see the yarn because I can't really design it till I see how the yarn goes together. That's the thing. I need to
yeah.
see, what colors and so I have a plan, general plan. So we'll see.
Oh,
But
I
until
might
I
go
see the
back
yarn,
and
I
watch
can't.
that movie.
I can't until I see what she's dyed
Yeah,
up.
that
So,
inspiration. And how
yeah.
many skein? Is it all just minis for Advent, or is there a
There's
major skein?
one full skein I think in minis and 12 minis, because I think is what it
12.
is. And it's
12
DK
minis,
weight,
like
I think.
12 days. Okay, during the 12
Um,
days of Christmas. That's a lot of
yeah, I don't know.
yarn.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. So let's see what is. Um,
Are they 20-gram minis?
let's see. It's only in DK.
Oh,
It's one full skein and 12 20-gram mini skeins.
oh,
So
in
it's a
DK,
total.
that doesn't
It's
give you
it,
much length in DK.
no, it's 785 yards. So it's like 2.5 skeins of DK
700.
basically. So that's plenty to
Yeah,
work with.
2, 4, 6, 700 yards, 780 yards.
Yeah,
It's like 700 meters. It's like 3 skeins, isn't it?
yeah,
No, 3
yeah.
skeins, I'm sure.
Which is
Wow. 3 skeins
Yeah.
of DK, but with lots of short strips of colour in there as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to
That's
figure it
interesting.
out. So,
DK, so something nice and warm and cozy. Wow, that's going to be interesting. I'm
yeah,
curious.
so I need to see what color.
I'm curious
I want
now.
to see. I have a couple ideas for texture, but I want to see how the yarn, how busy some of the skeins are, what colors will work well with texture and which won't. Because
Mhm.
if they're really, speckly or colored, then I need to do something different. So I don't have.
Yeah,
All I know
that's
is
not,
she said
yeah.
she told me there's a lot of
You
people,
don't lose the beauty of the
so,
sun.
and she said that on our podcast, so it's okay. But that's all I can say because that's all I know.
Mm.
So, but I know
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot of
fair
other
enough.
people out there. A lot of advents out there.
I know I'm asking
Unfortunately,
for
Yarn
all
wants
the
to know
inside information.
if there are any fall themed advents. I don't know. I think some people do Halloween ones, but I don't know who.
Halloween,
I mean,
for
Forbidden
sure.
Fiber, is Leanne from Forbidden doing a Halloween one? Doesn't she usually do something, Therese?
She'll do.
Oh,
I don't think she does like an advent. She will do like a fall collection, or
yeah.
the one she posted for that new Stephen West shawl with the burgundies and the pin. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
I know.
Her colours are gorgeous. Like, this has not left my side. Look what Tara gave me. I know I showed it before, but I'm just in love.
So pretty.
Forbidden Fibre. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's not leaving my side until I make something to wear. I love it. It's beautiful. Gosh, she has some beautiful colours. Like, just the way her tones move into each other. And yeah, I really, really have always been wanting to get hold of some. And now, thanks to my beautiful girl, who I'm adopting forever. Yum. It's just delicious. It's just amazing, the colours. Thank you so much, Tara. Yarn Chicken and SH1T podcast. Go watch her. She's amazing. Oh, she was having a good old rant on her last podcast. I'm like, oh, I think I've rubbed off on you. I think I've corrupted you. She was saying, she was dropping F-bombs everywhere. And I'm like, Tara, naughty girl. She's funny. It was really good. I love when she was talking about her work colleague. I'm like, dude, if I was there, I would have throat punched her by now. She's got more patience than I ever had.
I think Cordially Yarns, if you go on Etsy, there's a few people are doing Halloween advents for yarn.
Oh, Tabitha will know all about that. Tabs is into
Yeah,
Halloween, isn't she?
That's her favorite holiday. You know, she did that. She did the spiked shawl in Halloween colors.
Yeah, but how about when she did that sweater that had the ghosts on it?
That was cute.
Oh, so
I think
cute.
she's getting something similar now. I think for one of the girls, maybe.
Okay.
With Halloween. So, I don't know.
Okay.
We don't have Halloween in my neighborhood. The kids don't trick or treat here. I don't know where they go, but I live less than a block away from an elementary school, and we get no trick or treaters. So I have no idea where they go. I still buy candy, because what if they come?
Yeah.
And then if they don't, we eat the candy.
I like candy corn. We don't get candy corn here. I feel really ripped off. We don't get it here. They don't sell it in bags here. I miss candy corn.
We get it everywhere. That's the one that's always available. So, yeah. My kids don't really dress up unless they're going to parties. So they're too old to trick or treat. So they don't go out. I think my son's dressing up this year because they're going to a party, but I don't know what he's going to be. He's mentioned a couple things, but it could change. He's got a girlfriend, so I'm sure she's going to want to say in it. So it could change.
I finished one repeat of the brioche. I've only got 2 more to go. Do you like that, Amy? Look.
That's pretty.
Squishy. Look at how squishy this is.
Very nice.
I love it. Yeah.
Therese, that's on our
Very
list.
nice. So yeah.
No, mine just looks wonky. I think I did everything the way all the things said, and
It does in the setup rows, in those first couple of rows, it does look a bit wonky, and you think, oh my goodness, the wrong colours on the wrong side. But then it settles into itself. No, yeah, then it settles into itself after the first 4 rows,
Okay, well, I'll have
or
to.
the first 2 rows of
Yeah.
2, because it does. People get really confused because that back colour looks like it's too much forward, and you think you've done it the wrong side, the wrong way. But no, it settles into itself,
Okay.
and your
Well,
main colour comes, or your front colour comes
Maybe
through.
I'll do a couple more rows and see. You know.
Brioche with Joe Bob. We'll do a little lesson together. You can say rude words and I won't be offended as I tell you how easy it is. It's really easy, super easy, and rhythmic too. You get into a rhythm of how you're moving your yarn around for that yarn over, if you're pulling it forward or leaving it at the back. Because really that's all you're doing is you yarn over and you bring it forward to do your pearls together,
Right.
or you leave it at the back and do your knit together
Right.
of the stitch. Yeah, so it's just pearls and knits. That's all it is. But it's got this funky little yarn over that's sitting over the top of it, of one of your stitches. It's yeah. I know it looks scary, but it's really not. The explanation is, I guess in this pattern too, there's increases. So for in the very beginning, the third row, you've got an increase, which is your brook, yo brook. It just reminds me of chooks. Your brook, yo brook is just that. It's just an increase in one stitch.
I'm going to watch
That's
some videos.
probably tricky for some people. That's probably the only tricky part in here is the increase at either end that you're doing all in one stitch. And it sort of doesn't explain it here. And even in his explanation, 2 stitches spring out of the center of one stitch with this increase. So it's just telling you work it as a knit, yarn over, and then knit again into the same stitch. Yeah. But the way it's written, it doesn't sort of sound easy. And then you do it and you go, hey, that was 2 stitches and a yarn over in between, all in the one stitch. That's all it is. The abbreviations make it look really scary.
They make it more complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, than what it really is. So, oh my goodness. So, okay, so Morgan's having a bit of a break from her sock plans, and that's okay with me because I want to finish this. I've got the sleeves to finish on that one. I think Anne Pinkover's coming up with an evil plan, which I'm looking forward to because I'm going to fully support her.
I am
and that's
too.
all you've got our Stephen's doing his MCAL. What about Hohe? Have you seen Hohe's? I probably said it last week. Have you seen that beautiful, beautiful mohair jumper of hers?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, it's very pretty. She's doing her fall cowl, isn't she? Because she does that every year.
She always does one every year, yeah. Thousands of people join her fall cowl, and they have little sections and groups of people with someone helping them and supporting them. So whether you're doing a scarf or a jumper or a beanie, there's all these different little teams set up against each other, and someone to help them with designs or, knitting questions. I think it's a really, really well-run knit-along. I think it's an amazing, because you're choosing what you want to make. You don't have to. It's not a mystery. She's such a sweet lady. She's such a lovely lady.
She has moderators.
Nice. That's the word I was looking for. Overseers. No, she has moderators to help you all the way along, and I think it's a really well-run knit-along. Really, and that last sweater that came out with the mohair with the colour work that I've only seen, of course, on Grocery Girls because I watch them.
The Instant
I love
Crush
it. Every
one.
colour that Jodie has shown. She's got kits in her shop for Frankie Gray Fibres, and every colour combination, I'm like, wow, I want to knit that one, and then I want to knit the other one. And then I went and looked on her website, and it was so overwhelming. I didn't choose one, and I figured I've got enough mohair in stash to just wing it. But I've got to buy that pattern, so I might have a look at that this week and buy that pattern if it's been released yet. I'm pretty sure it has been by now.
Is that the Instant Crush one with the color work?
Oh, are you looking at it for me? Because I can't look
Yeah.
while I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Let me see.
What's it called again?
I think it's called Instant Crush.
Instant Crush. Well, I'm crushing on it hard. How many colours? I think it's 4 colours.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's this one, right?
I really
Is it this one, Joe Bob?
show me.
I'm showing you. Is that it?
You're frozen on my screen now. I can't believe
Oh,
that.
well, I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go. No, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
Show me, please.
Is it that one? Is it that one? Can you see?
Oh, yeah. What's she got on? A scarf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's what I want. I want that pattern.
You know, her patterns are 25%
Is the
off right
mohair?
now.
Woo,
For her,
okay.
yeah.
I'll go and jump on.
Oh, never mind. It was till
Um,
August 30th.
Is
Never
it
mind.
is it fingering or is it DK mohair? It's probably fingering, is it?
Let's see.
Sorry, I don't know. I haven't even looked. All I did, I watched it on the podcast twice now. They've showed all the kits and the colorways for it, and I'm in love with it. It's a real 80s sort of look for me.
Yeah. Let's see. Instant Crush. Hope if I'd spell it right.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry, Lizzie. I'll go and have a look and I'll order it for myself
Yeah, it's,
and print it out.
It is DK and lace, or no, yarn held together plus a lace to make a DK. She used magpie
Oh,
fibers.
so it is 2 fingering plus lace.
Yeah, it's 2 fingerings. It looks like
Wow.
seamless
What?
top down.
I thought it was-
Two strands of silk mohair yarn. She held 2 mohairs together.
Okay, to make
for the
a
entire
DK.
project. Yeah, for the entire project.
Yeah, because the mohair will have so much bloom when it's washed that it will fill up all the gaps. I guess it's 4 mil, is it? 4 millimeter? 4.5.
Yes. Yeah, 4 and then 3 for the cuffs probably.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
US
nice.
6 says you can use 2 strands of mohair or 1 strand of DK.
Yeah, I've got DK mohair at home actually, plenty of it. I really like that. She's done a beautiful job of it, and it's soft and it's lovely. And I think you could use any sort of color palette, muted or bright, and it would look very nice.
Gauge is 19 stitches per 4 inches and 25 rows per 4 inches. So that's pretty loose. So
That's my kind of knitting, loose knitting, especially on mohair. Okay.
yeah, you don't want to have to pull that out.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me
There's
know.
some
The
really
pattern
pretty projects.
is discounted. I will go and purchase that.
It's not anymore. It was just till the 30th. That
Okay.
was still on her website.
Oh, for the whole. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, somebody
that's
turned
good.
it into
Thank
a
you. I
hat.
really like that one. Oh, it definitely
Somebody
has to be a
did a
hat.
swatch. Somebody did a swatch and made their swatch into a hat.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
kinda
would be
cool.
gorgeous. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Not that I ever swatch, but I like that idea.
Yes, because swatches lie. Ask Tabitha.
Oh, do you see me giving someone advice about doing a swatch when they were worried about sizing of a garment, of a finished garment, and the bust size and all that sort of thing? I'm thinking, I'm going to tell you the right way to do it, but I'm going to let you know I don't do it. Give all the good advice that I don't do. Do as I say, not as I do.
Do what works for you. You know, it's just yarn. You can pull it out and change it. This one I did. I had started it yesterday, and I used a bigger needle, and I didn't like the way the fabric was, so I went down to a 6.5, and I like it better.
Oh, okay. A
It was
6.5.
two
Oh, from
6.5
7 mil.
millimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was using 7 mil, but I went down to
Mm-hmm.
6.5, and I like it better. So I'm only doing a size 1 or 2 because she's small, and she wants it a little bit
Yeah.
oversized for her. So yeah, so that'll be fine. So
Mm-hmm.
is Charlie excited about her jumper?
Oh yeah. She's. I mean, well, hey, it's spring now, so she won't be wearing it, but she'll have it ready for next winter. And yeah, I second guessed myself on the sleeve length because I actually went by what the pattern said. I had tried it on her and decided I needed 90 rounds for the sleeve. But then when I measured it, 80 measured what the pattern said. And I put it on her. I'm like, no, I want those other 10 rows. So I ripped it back and I'm going to just add, I'm doing 90 rows for the sleeve and then doing the cuff as long as it needs to be, which I think is about over 4 inches, 4.5 inches or something. So yes, I've got my little stitch markers in every 11th row because I like to count one, not at the end of the row. I count 10 and then go one stitch marker, and that's easy for me to count. So yeah, 90 rows I think, and then I'll do the cuff. I think 100 might be too long. She doesn't. I like sleeves that go down over my wrist onto my hands, but she doesn't, and it will grow when it's washed, I'm sure. So I will just do it to the fitted size, and then when it finally gets a wash, when it's warm enough, it'll grow and it'll be how I like it and not how she likes it. And that's okay. By that stage, it'll be hers and it will not be remodified.
You got that? That's from Skeins, right? The yarn is from Skeins.
Sorry, Liz?
The yarn is from
Oh,
Skeins.
yeah, this yarn is gorgeous. I'm looking forward to knitting the mustard for myself, that mustardy colour, foxtail colour, because I think it will really go nicely with that shawl I'm doing at the moment that I was going to give away, but I think I'm going to keep it for myself.
You should keep it.
Yeah, the Exploration Station. It's got a bit of mustardy colours, and even though they're probably not the same, colour, they'll contrast to each other really nicely or complement each other really nicely.
Yeah.
And in my Lady Di bag, in this beautiful Lady Diana.
Bye, Cheryl. Good night. Good night, Cordially Yarns. Did Joe disappear in her Princess Diana bag?
Yeah, she just poofed.
She just poofed away.
Poofed.
That's funny. Well, technical difficulties. What can we say? It's tomorrow there. So what are you going to do, right?
It wouldn't be normal if there weren't problems.
That is true. We do tend to have those. Oh, she's coming back.
Okay.
Oh, golly,
Hey,
I
there you
dropped
are.
out. Yeah,
thought you
I was
had
just
a
showing my Lady
magical
Diana bag.
bag.
The FBI dropped me out. In my Diana bag, I've got my Tabitha wool. She might be horrified by that because I'm sure she's not a monarchist. So I've got my Driftwood Farms. Oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful wool. So it's staying with me until I make something. That's definitely a sweater for myself, and I want to use every single nice cozy sweater to wear all winter long next year with my jeans, because that's how I roll.
Definitely.
I want to use every little bit up. If there's anything left over, it will be a hat or mittens because I love it. Love, love, love.
It's pretty yarn. No,
okay. Well, I keep
I know you didn't have a holiday,
technical
Joe.
issues.
she's frozen again. I know it wasn't her holiday, but I'm glad you came, even though you didn't have a holiday. I'm glad we got to do this.
Oh yeah, me too. Sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. I forgot to tell you though. I went and did my tax because our tax year is different from yours. I went and did my tax, and Neil, haven't done your hair or makeup. Good grief, Neil. Don't come a la naturel. My lovely new tax lady this year, it's a new staff member in my tax office. So my new tax accountant is a crocheter and a
Wow.
really good
Oh,
one.
cool.
A
This one's for you.
really good crocheter.
Joe
Well,
Bob, this
she
comment
showed
for
me-
you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Good girl, Diana. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to him. He's a savage. He's a savage, is Neil James. Yeah, a really, really clever crocheter. And then she showed me photographs of her work, and she had made all these beautiful baby toys. And you know, I've got a baby coming soon, so I've asked her. I very politely volunteered her that she should do commission work for me, and she's going to. And I said, whatever you make, as long as it's a frog. No, whatever you make, as long as it's for a boy. And I understand completely how it feels to be asked to make something when you don't feel like making it. So whenever you get to it is fine by me. So I've commissioned her to make I don't know what for me, but she's a very good crocheter. She's very
Cool.
clever. So I was very pleased to pay her to do my tax and then find out she's a crafter.
Yeah. Gift her some nice yarn as a thank you.
Yeah, I should. You're right. I should gift her some nice yarn. Yeah, she's very, very clever. A young woman with only very young babies, children, and she's a prolific crocheter. I said to her, you're a member of that cult. Yeah, the crochet cult. So she is going to help me out by making something for my special baby that's due at the end of the year. And I'm very happy to pay her whatever she wants to charge me, and some.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So Neil James has just decided to join us in the chat, I believe. Do you know he's putting out a podcast on Thursday? What day will it be your time?
Wednesday.
I believe.
Oh, gosh. Wednesday morning?
Noon.
I think so. Wednesday.
Noon Eastern time.
So 9 a.m. for me.
No.
In Tabitha.
Yeah, right. On Wednesday. So Thursday morning for me at like something horrific like 2 a.m. How inconvenient.
Well, he has
But, you
stayed
know
up
what I'm
past
worried
1 in the
about?
morning to be on ours. So, you know, he's allowed to do it at a different
Don't
time,
even
I
go.
suppose.
He's only got his cats to look after. He's got no excuses. I'm worried that if I don't set my alarm and get up at 2 a.m., he's going to talk about me.
He probably will regardless, so it's okay. Just
Get
tell
me
him
some craft snark
just
happening.
remind him if he talks about us, we'll talk about him. So it's the way it goes.
Oh, we do anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, that's because we care about each other. We play. You know, like you and Amy do.
I
with the
do.
Whole, slow down, Joe. You know, hold it slowly.
I love me.
Look,
Some Ames.
You're the top of the list of talking points, evidently.
Oh, shit, Neil James. That's it.
Don't worry. Tabitha will be there. She won't let too much shenanigans happen.
Oh, my gosh. I've got to get up at 2 a.m. and put my headphones on and try to listen. I won't be able to join in anyway because nothing works out at the farm, but I'll be able to listen and write nasty comments.
This is what we do.
I'm very, yeah. No, I'm curious what he's up to. That fella, he cops so much backlash for absolutely zero reasons. For what? Having an opinion. Geez, kill me now. Come after me. I'm not allowed to have our own opinions, formulate any sort of critical thinking, or push back on bullies. How shocking,
Guess
Neil
not.
James. You're such a horrible man.
He calls you car knitting woman.
Car knitting mine.
How dare you? How dare you?
You got to do it like Greta. You got to do the how dare you like Greta Thunberg.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, Neil James? Yeah, look, bring it on. I don't give a toss. Bring it on. Bring on all the haters. Now I know why we have quite a lot of viewers on our second episode, because after the first one, someone got snarky. Well, you can stick your snarky, fair up your tookus, because I really don't care. How funny. I'm very comfortable here. I've got my snacks. I'm in the shade. It's a sunny day. The wind's blowing. The window's open. I'm not going to suffocate. I've got everything I need. My coffee, my second cup of coffee. Hang on, the first one's empty. Second cup of coffee, all the yarn in the world, and my good friends on the other side of the world.
Exactly.
Who gives a flying fox? Who gives a flying fox? I could be sitting in a cafe with a laptop looking like some business nerd. I could be out there with my camp chair in the playground under a tree, which I'm going to do real soon. Get ready for it. But, I think you're really only justified in being horrified if I put a bikini on and look like a jelly yelly belly. That's the only time you're welcome to judge me and criticise me, because I think that's not a good look either. And you're not going to see it, so don't worry, don't panic. How hysterical.
Alrighty then. Okay, well, that was
I'm out of
enlightening.
here. On that note, all the
I'm
vivid
sure
imaginings of me in a polka dot bikini with my muffin top hanging out. Okay. Love you, girls.
polka dots. Love you too. Is it teeny
Go
weeny
your
yellow?
hardest, Smackers. Go your hardest.
Oh.
I do not give a shit.
Oh, he said this. You could wear the cowl that Therese made as a boob tube.
What, around my waist with my nipples hanging out?
Yeah,
Neil
although
James, you have no idea what it's
there's
like
some
to be a
holes there.
middle-aged white woman.
That's true. He doesn't know how.
The tube top.
You have no idea. You cannot imagine what it's like to be a middle-aged white woman. You cannot.
That's true. And you
But
don't
we
even
love
have
you
Wi-Fi
anyway.
privilege.
We love you anyway, Neil.
We love all our friends.
all my
who
privileges.
have-
This is,
all our people.
look at my privilege. Look at it. Absorb it. Let some of it rub off on you if you have to. All of my privilege. Don't even get me started. Let's stop now, because Robin DiAngelo, she made a lot of money off you idiots who read her book. A lot of money. Well done.
That is true.
Well done. Till the next best thing comes along. She made a shit ton. She's retired now. Never has to write a book again, ever, about something she knows nothing about. Never, ever. Well done.
That's
You made
the
her very
dream.
rich.
Thanks to everybody for coming. We love when you come knit with us and
Thank
crochet
you.
and chat.
Thank you.
Thanks to Morgan and to Liz, who we adore, both of them,
Thank you.
for joining us. And of course, all the people who like to stir up the chat. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And yes, I'm talking to you, Neil. We'll have
Thanks
to get
for
him and
hanging
Amy
out
on.
with me.
Then they can cross chat. It'll be good.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Neil, before she cuts us off, I'll be in bed with the doona and the pillow and the headphones and my daggy old lady pajamas. So just imagine that while you two are chatting. Just imagine that. 2 a.m. in the bloody morning. God, you're killing me. Actually, I'll wear a dressing gown just for Tabitha. Imagine that.
Well,
Thank you, my darling girls. Thank you for coming to hang out with me today.
Thanks,
It means a
Bob.
lot to
Thanks,
me.
Therese. Talk to you guys.
Got
If you like this, like
lots,
and subscribe. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
For everybody who subscribed to our Instagram, thank you very much. We really
Come
appreciate
back
it.
next
We like
week.
all the love. And we'll talk to you next week, same time, as always.
Sweet. Same
Bye,
bat
guys.
channel.
Same back
Love
time.
you. Bye. Love you, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.